video, I gave you a list of words from the story, The Eyes Have It, and hopefully you have written them down in your notebook and also read the story line by line. And I told you that I would come soon with the discussion of the story. So now I am gonna discuss about the story. But before going to discussion, I would like to tell you that I have divided the story into 4 parts. So now I will discuss about the first part of the story. Okay, let's start. And you will listen carefully and also open your text. Keep your textbook open in front of you so that you can understand the meaning of the sentences or the words individually and clearly as well. Okay. I had the 10 compartment to myself to Rohana. Then a girl got in. So what is the sentence telling us? I had the train compartment up to myself up to Rohana. Then a girl got in. It means I. Who is I here in the first sentence? I had the train compartment to myself. I means the narrator. It means the author who is narrating the story. Yes, the narrator here. The narrator himself here, I refers to. I had the train compartment to myself to Rohana. Rohana is a name of place. Okay, and then a girl got in. So what does the sentence mean? The sentence means that the narrator got up in a train compartment at the station, from the station Rohana, and whenever he sat in the compartment, then a girl got into the compartment. A girl came into the compartment. The couple who saw her off were probably her parents. What does it mean? The couple who saw her off. Here is the word "saw off." It means the couple who saw her off were probably her parents. Okay, a couple. It means two, a pair, a couple of people there who saw her off. It means who went to bid the girl goodbye, and they were probably her parents. They were probably, it means it was possible that they would be the girl's parents. Okay, and they seemed very anxious about her comfort. They seemed very anxious about her comfort. Who seemed very anxious? The couple of people who came to see the girl off to the station. The couple seemed very anxious about her comfort. Whose comfort here? Whose comfort refers to here? The comfort refers to the girl's comfort. Okay, so as usually any parents seem anxious about the comfort of their child, of their daughter, of their son, whatever it may be. So here they seemed very anxious about her comfort, and the woman gave the girl detailed instruction as to where to keep her things, when not to lean out of windows, and how to avoid speaking to strangers. There is some prohibitions, the woman, it means probably the girl's mother, forbade the girl not to talk to any strangers, not to lean out of window, and where she would keep her luggages, and where she would keep her luggages, where she would sit, etc., etc. A lot of things the parents, as usually our parents do with us. So here the woman, they are a couple, it means couple of people, and the woman told the girl, gave the girl some instructions where the girl would keep her luggages, and the girl should not lean out of windows, and how to avoid speaking to strangers, whatever. The first para tells us that the author got up in a train compartment to Rohana. Rohana is a name of station. So it will be in your MCQ questions. That it can be in your MCQ. You can find the sentence in your MCQ questions. There will be the questions. The author got up in a train compartment from Rohana, Mussoorie, Dehra, whatever. So the answer would be Rohana. And as soon as the author got up, a girl got the compartment, and then author found that took a couple came to see the girl off to the station. It means probably her parents came with the girl to bid her goodbye. Okay, and then probably her mother, it means the woman, told the girl many instructions, gave the girl many instructions how to, where to keep her luggages, where to sit, and not to lean out of windows, and avoid speaking to strangers. And then they called their goodbyes. Who called their goodbyes? They called. Yes, the couple called their goodbyes. Yes, they came there to say goodbye to their daughter, whatever she may be, a daughter or whomever. So they called their goodbyes, and the train pulled out of the station. They called their goodbyes. Goodbye, stay safe, take care of yourself, whatever different type of sentences they called aloud, and they as goodbye. They said goodbye, and the train pulled out of the station. It means the train began to move out of the station. As I was totally blind at that time. It means the narrator was totally blind at that time. So that's what information. The story contains two people. It means the narrator and a girl had were in a train compartment, and they had a small conversation. They had an encounter between them, and then talked to each other. But they always tried to keep themselves. They always tried to hide that they were blind. Yes, they tried to hide their blindness, okay, from each other. And that is the story, but it is a very interesting story. What happened there, you can come to know after reading the entire story. So whatever it may be, come to the points. They called their goodbyes, and train pulled out of the station. As I was totally blind at that time, my eyes sensitive only to light and darkness. My eyes only sensitive to light and darkness. What does it mean? It means his eyes, narrator's eyes, were sensitive only to light and darkness. It means the narrator's eyes could feel the sense of light and darkness. He could sense when it was light and when it was dark. I was unable to tell what the girl looked like, but I knew she wore slippers from the way they slapped against her heels. Okay, so I was unable to tell what the girl looked like. Yes, it happens because the narrator was blind, so he was totally unable to tell, totally unable to describe how the girl looked like, beautiful or ugly, whatever. But I knew, it means the narrator knew she means the girl wore, it means put on. The girl put on slippers is a kind of shoe, slippers, from the way they slapped against her heels. So how could the narrator come to know that the girl put on slippers, not any other shoe? Because her slippers made sound of slapping when the girl was walking into the compartment. Okay, that is the sentence. So listen again. I was unable to tell what the girl looked like. Yes, the narrator was unable to tell us how the girl looked like, whether the girl was beautiful or ugly, whatever, the narrator could not tell us. But the narrator could tell us that the girl put on slippers, because the sound of slippers was heard by the narrator, and narrator could understand that the girl put on the slippers. It would take me some time to discover something about her looks, and perhaps I never would. But I liked the sound of her voice and even the sound of her slippers. What do the sentences tell us? Listen. It would take me some time to discover something about her looks. it would take me some time to discover something about her looks. Yes, the narrator told us that it would take him some time to discover something about her looks. The narrator would take some time to discover how the girl looked like. I think he would imagine in his mind, how the girl looked. But perhaps he never would. But I liked the sound of her voice. But the narrator already liked the sound of her voice. Of her voice means the girl's voice. And even the sound of her sleepers, and also liked the sound of her sleepers. It means the narrator already began to fall in love in the girl. Fall in love with her. Fall in love with the girl. So what did the narrator tell us? The narrator told us that it would take some time for him to discover how she looked. But the narrator liked the voice of the girl and also liked the sound of her slippers. Are you going all the way to Dhera? The first question the narrator asked the girl. So what is the first question the narrator asked? The narrator asked, are you going all the way to Dhera? I asked. I means the narrator. So the narrator asked. The narrator first started his question. A question that started with a question. What was the question? Are you going all the way to Dhera? Dhera is a name of place. It's a famous place. So whatever, the narrator asked this question to the girl, and the girl startled. Why? Let's see. I must have been sitting in a dark corner because my voice startled her. Yes. The narrator asked the girl, are you all going to Dhera? So, and hearing this question, the narrator thought that the girl, that he must have been sitting in the dark corner. The narrator was actually sitting in the dark corner, and his voice startled her, startled the girl. She gave a little exclamation and said, I don't know anyone else was there. I don't know anyone else was there. So hearing this question, what did the girl say? The girl said with an exclamation, what? That she did not know anyone else here or there. So why did the girl say so? Because the girl was actually blind and the narrator was also blind. But they were trying to keep themselves, they were trying to hide themselves from their blindness, keep themselves away from their blindness from each other, because they did not want to reveal that they both of them were blind. So they were talking to prevent from revealing their blindness. So, and it is the speciality of the story. And so suddenly the narrator asked the question, are you all going to Dhera? And narrator was sitting in a dark corner. Then the girl heard the question and startled and said with a little exclamation, I did not know anyone else was there. She did not know anyone. She couldn't understand. She could not see anyone was there. Anyone else was there. So then, well, it often happens that people with good eyesight fail to see what is right in front of them. Yes, it is very usual. It happens also with us that sometimes we cannot sight a thing in spite of the thing is in front of us, but we cannot find it. We cannot see it. So this happens here. The narrator told us that this happens here. But well, it often happens that the people with good eyesight fail to see what is right in front of them. It often happens that people with good eyesight fail to see what is right in front of them. Yes, it happens. Sometimes it happens with us, also with us. And they have too much to take in, I suppose. I suppose. Who suppose? The narrator supposes. The narrator supposed what? That sometimes it happens. Also, having a good eyesight, we cannot see right in front of what is there in right in front of us. And whereas people who cannot see have to take in only the essentials, whatever registers most tellingly on their remaining senses. And sometimes it happens that a blind man can sense what is there in front of them. But sometimes it happens that a man with good eyesight cannot see what is there right in front of them. Yes, this is the definition the narrator told us here in the last para of this first part. Okay, so what is last para tells us that sometimes it often happens with us. Sometimes it happens with us that in spite of having good eyesight, we cannot see what is right in front of us. But a man who cannot see, actually blind, can sense what is there in front of him. So this is the first part. I think it is clear to you. You must watch this video repeatedly to make your view clear, to make clear the part, and you must read the story line by line. You must read the words with its meaning I gave you in the previous part. So the next part I will discuss in the next video. I will discuss about next part. Stay safe, stay home, stay safe, and take care of yourself and continue your studies.